That wasn't so good, was it? It's okay. Crisp and clear like the azure pond at the forest glade. You were born for this. That's what fate keeps telling you, ain't it? It's very close, Grand Reaper. Be seeing you.
Welcome, Grim. It is the end of the week. Your performance review draws near. How do you think you have been doing? Interesting. Yes, your answer has been recorded for the psych. I see more people died. It does not bode well for the evaluation, but such is death. Now, where did I put those papers? Here we go. Your conduct over the 7 days has been most excellent. I am, sincerely, surprised and pleased by so much so that the office has deemed you fit for a raise. We do what we can to provide for our spawns. Speaking of, the raise also comes with a prize. The office is proud to present you with an award of excellence. Do not let this cloud your judgment. You still have much to learn and many rules to follow. Silly Grim. This was an evaluation period. As such, your 7-day evaluation period has concluded. That is all. Until tomorrow, Grim.
Need ye cures for ailments or a trigger to ward off a curse?
Hey now, Sonny, we don't belong to nobody. Who told you about the plant department? No one is supposed to know about the plant department. Forget what you heard, Sonny. No such thing. Anyway. Ain't nothing to tell. Who dares to hope in this day and age? We deny everything. Stop bothering an old plant, why don't you? Can we? Can we really? You're not gonna leave us alone otherwise? Sonny, it's just a regular department. Not even that big. But it's very busy. What do you think? It's a department for managing plant life. There are a lot of plants. A lot. More than humans. Plants everywhere. We're real tired of folks asking about them. Is why we visit the den on Sundays. Lowers the chance of bothersome busybodies with it. Who even gave you the idea the department is anything interesting? Might be. Can't help it though. There's theater in anything else, seeing as we're now deep in the soil of inquiry. Me? I'm Herbert. You know, sort of like a herb-ert. A herb? I've always been Herbert. And the green fella holding me up. That's my pal, Tim. Tim's a real hoot. Say hello, Tim. Hello, Tim. Tim's my partner. All root, stem, and leaf. Sometimes they bloom and have the most Then the bees from the bee department find us. Anything else? Of course. Makes perfect sense, don't it? Don't ask about the bee department. Anything else? Okay. We see you got a keen mind, so we'll let you in on a secret. But you didn't hear this from us. Gotta promise you won't spill a bean. If at some point you break your word, beware. Our rhizome reach, and these roots can rip the skull off a skeleton in an instant. Abso-heckin-lutely. Splitting your bones. So listen, we're secretly developing a way for the Death Mark to create fungus-based undead who will devour the... No! Obviously, we're super serious. Honestly, Sonny, we'd just use a knife. Not in this lifetime, Sonny.
Hey, pleased to see you. Ain't much happening here today. It's a slow Sunday. Anything I can... You mean my favorite pot chock full of plant department goodness? They usually drop in on Sundays due to an aversion of people, which is funny because they're really quite sociable. Personally, I love their quirky sense of humor. What else is there to say? Sure, what's your poison? What else you got in mind? Au revoir, Lil Reaper.
Ah, yes, there you are. Great work today. However, an emergency has occurred which requires my utmost attention, and I must depart for a couple of days. Okay, listen up and... Scientists at the SID Polar Terminal Research Base found... something. This is a matter most peculiar. And anyway, while I am gone, another will be in charge. Even though you passed the evaluation, I cannot leave you without any supervision. You will have more freedom, sure, but it is not limitless. Therefore, you will have to continue your daily reports as usual. I will be informed of your progress. Why, you are already acquainted. It will be Lady Portington, of course.
I know what you're thinking. I do provide ancient powerful widgets.
All alone, Reaper. On your own. You know why? Because they're setting you up. Fate! Everyone in the office. Haven't you seen them stare whenever you drift by? You don't have what it takes to succeed. You're a void. Only got yourself to blame, mate. It's never us. Something's not right. You can feel it in your bones. Be seeing you.
Friend, your visit's like the sun, regular, and warms the room.
Hey, we don't like what we see. It's suspicious. All of it. The profiles, what a wreck. Yeah. Listen to me. Shh. They're probably eavesdropping right now. Let's be off.
Ah, perhaps ye require a delightful gift for a significant friend. Used to belong to the ruthless corsair Thaddeus Thatcher, this one. 'Tis the last existing item of a lost civilization. Mad Thad landed in their village, gathered up each and every one, sage and king and beggar alike, and let Lazy Luck through this very coin cast judgment on all. About half the civilization died that day, the rest doomed to a slow extinction. Then big crew laid upon Thad's war gallery near the gorge of Satelinor. The battle was merciless, but the treasure was most exquisite. Anyway, 'tis useful if ye can't decide what to eat for dinner.
Yes, why is someone calling me through the office phone? The phone is for emergencies only. Hello? Hello? Listen, whoever you are. It's probably Grim. Okay, whatever happened, whatever you did, you probably did not cause it. Things always happen in the world. So, you know, do not worry. You can always choose better.
Look at the march of death. Bones of the living, ground into dust. A dust storm that suffocates any remaining breaths. Gaze upon what you have brought. Don't you think this whole business is remarkably an uncaring office of eternal bureaucracy, picking and choosing lives? We know it, but do they? Do they know what they're doing? Throwing out innumerable rules and quotas with no oversight whatsoever. And you are oblivious and gullible. Let us know if you come eye to eye with a solution. Seeing you.
Aye, this port offers the best trades in the universe. Ahoy, matey! What can old Mortimer offer ye today? Feast your eyes upon this spiky boy. Ye wouldn't believe how long I searched for it at the exalted land of cacti, just to get me phalanges on one of these. Finally unearthed it at the white desert of Mub. It did not start there, however, you see. 'Tis a traveling cactus. Ye never see it move, but boy does it get around.
Yes? Oh, many things. All bad. Why? Do you know something? I do? Well, I guess I've got a lot on my mind. Do you know about the butterfly effect? It's like that effect. When a butterfly flaps its wings and then a tornado destroys a city and demolishes everyone and everything. Believe me, it is. I read it in a book. What if I'm that butterfly? Eh? Haphazardly fluttering around and then millions of souls perish in anguish. I don't want that on my conscience. And that's the least of my problems. Last week someone put my stapler in a large jar of strawberry jelly. You're not getting it. I was devastated, and that's still not all of it. Last month I had to work in the dog department, but I love dogs. There's a department for everything. Haven't you realised that yet? And the people in the dog department, the absolute bad. I was scared for my afterlife. I was. But you know, before that, someone filled my room with balloons. Yes, that's what I've been trying to tell you. I have an inkling it's the one they call Lance Thrasher. Yes, and people keep telling me how great Lance Thrasher is. How fun they are to hang out with, how awesome they are, how amazing. How they tell the best jokes and get into the craziest shenanigans. Do you know Lance Thrasher? No, it can't be. You're in a different office. Frankly, I don't Yeah? Oh, I'm feeling inspired now. Thank you, friend. I need to go and get this set up.
Accentuate the morphological I should have known. Scaffolding of the antediluvian complex. I'm the strange one, am I? I am the prime curator of the Abysmal Archive. The archive of all existence. Or the bits I've managed to catalogue thus far. Did you know there is a lot of existence? Wise. An inexperienced mind might implode attempting to grasp it all. Yet I see promise in you, Spawnling. So, let me tell you, you see, the archive sprouts a mind. Eons ago, incomprehensible to most. Those were the days. I was so young then, Fate and I. Two strapping lads. There was little in the archive initially, but it didn't take long for it to start growing, expanding. Pay attention. Don't get sidetracked. I can't allow you to mess with the structure of this dialogue. We must proceed on topic and in an orderly manner. Now, the archive whispers and murmurs, shifts and sings. It's a lie. We couldn't foresee this happening. The awakening of the archive. Its development into a unique organism. Escape where? Into itself? The archive can't move. It is itself a space and a time. A convergence of knowledge.
I'm skeptical of this being at all possible. The archive has grown beyond imaginable boundaries. What could damage the animated embodiment of existence? It has to be something greater than the archive itself, which even I must deem absurd. Alas, visitations are limited to professional archivists only. Ah, it calls to me, so I must return. I hope you enjoyed our talk.
Why, hello again. The den is always glad to see a returning customer. 2 weeks down and you're still kicking. Well done. Say, I've been thinking and, I was hoping you'd explain. How do you make the choices? How do you really decide who gets to live and who doesn't? Your dedication and diligence are noteworthy. Must take you a long time, though. You may be, but the hope that everyone else is on the same level... Never mind me. I simply ain't one to trust a chain when I can see the other end. Okay, then, another question I've been pondering about the process. Do you think about the people after you've made the decision? Or do you forget all about them after it's done? Even imagining it, it's like there's so much on the line, so much of everything. All of it makes me anxious as heck, and I ain't even the one choosing. Gazing upon the decision tree, how it branches out across infinity, across space and time. Anyway, this has been enlightening. Thanks for the answers. Anything I can get you? Fate's cat? She's an adorable furball, ain't she? Always skulking around. She sneaks down here, too, so I feed her a few morsels. Almost unnaturally so. It's nice she keeps Fate company. Fate's archaic. All those aeons might not be good for the, what else you got in mind? The prime curator of the archive, you mean? They work down in the cellar, below Mortimer. I haven't met anyone so enamored with structure and organizations before. You two ought to get along fine. Heck, just bond over the equilibrium and standardizations and the like. Maybe you should eventually apply for an archive job instead. No, I'm kidding. I don't think it works like that. The Abysmal Archive is a wild land. To enter. What else you got in mind? Oh? What did this mysterious entity want? And you following, or what? You're already dead, ain't you? What's the worst that could happen? Elsewise, truth be told, I'm of little help. I don't know what goes around in the office, I just own the den. What else you got in mind? That's so. Well, most of us hear voices a lot of the time. Ah, wait, so you got a mirror that reflects back your own voice? it's fine to talk to yourself. I'm sure it's rough at the office. Or maybe it's your conscience trying to becoming a Reaper ain't easy, so you haven't fully internalized the struggle, you're not happy with your work, or you sense something's off. But what do I know? I'm just a barkeep, so that makes me only... Sure, what's your poison? Going straight edge? I get where you're coming from. Au revoir, Lil Reaper.
Avast ye! Pursue the finest booty you've ever seen.
I have returned. Did you miss me? Great. I am glad you enjoy our frequent discourse. So, okay, yes. Today, but before that, we must quickly check. Where did I place those papers? Right. Seems to be correct, or whatever. Let us... No, I would not say that. In essence, you are a solid and dedicated worker. There is little to criticize in your conduct, except perhaps for the minor lack of independence. Of course, great care goes into calculating the equilibrium. One might expect at least an inkling of rebellion. Does an autonomous personality... You are dependable, faithful, trusted. Is that all you are content with? Now, obviously, you are to be granted a small bonus. No one can argue you have not earned it. Keep it up. The ultimate evaluation is in 2 weeks.
Back from her booty, are ye?
Hey, Grimmy. Pleased to see you. Are you still wearing the same attire from before? Oh, gross. It's been ages. It's not that expensive. Alright, maybe you're not one for fashion. I've got just the thing to help you out. Something I've been holding for a special occasion. A cool visage to make your day. Check it out later. Crisis averted. Not much else happening on this quiet Sunday, though, so I appreciate you dropping. What's on your mind? The prime curator of the archive, you mean? They work. I haven't met anyone so enamored with structure and organization. You two ought to get along fine. Maybe you should eventually apply for an archive job instead. Nah, I'm kidding. I don't think it works like that. The Abysmal Archive is a wild land. What else you got in mind? The prime cure. I haven't met. You two ought to. Maybe you should eventually apply. Nah, I'm kidding. What else you got in mind? The prime curator. I have you too. Maybe you should eventually apply for an archive job instead. Good on you. It's very dangerous in the abysmal. What else you got in mind? Au revoir, Lil Reaper.